Hi, I'm Jessica Amir for the Finance News Network at the ASX with just listed star Combo Pharma Chairman Richard Allely and CEO Zhang. Welcome back and congratulations on the listing.
Thank you, Jessica.
First over to you, Sue. Just tell us what price you listed at and what price does that put on the company?
So we went in for a $7 million raise. The IPO was at 50 cents a share, which means 14 million shares were on issue. 30 minutes into the trading, we've got 1.3 million shares being traded. Current stock price sitting at 62.5 cents.
Richard, over to you. For new investors, just remind us the purpose of the raise and where the funds will be going.
The primary purpose of the capital raise was to support the product launch and the branding of a newly acquired range called the Living Healthy brand. Now, this is a brand that will be going through 450 Terry White Chemmart pharmacies across Australia. The primary use of our funds is to support the marketing and distribution of that brand. We also have a small but very focused potential acquisition that we'll use some funds for. And of course, as we build up our stocks and build up our debtors and supply chain, more of the funds will be going into our working capital. We'll also retire a small amount of debt.
And how long has the company been operating, and tell us about your track record of success?
Well, the company's been successfully operating for some 13 years, primarily as a manufacturing business servicing the OEM market. The OEM market historically has represented around 70% of our revenue and 30% of our revenue being our own branded products. We've operated in a very profitable business over that whole 13 years. And of course, our short to medium term strategy is to turn that market share around so that 70% of what we're actually selling is our own branded products, and only 30% of our top line revenue will be associated with the OEM market. Now, that doesn't mean we'll walk away from OEM customers. They've been with us a long time, and they'll stay as part of our core business. It just means that our branded products will represent a significant amount of what we do.
Back to you, Sue. Your products span three key areas: pharmaceuticals, skincare and vitamins. Just tell us where your products are being sold and what your ambitions are.
So at the moment, our current range is being sold across airports nationwide in Australia, and then also certain high-ranked gift stores around the different key central areas. And on top of that, we've now signed a deal with Terry White Chemmart to go through their 450 pharmacies nationwide, and we're looking at aggressive campaigns to build on the sales of that in the next 6 to 12 months.
Maybe you can tell us what portion of the population are currently using your supplements, and of course with the ageing population, you'd expect that to grow.
Within Australia, the vitamin space is such a large market. Just last night, I was checking on the data because I didn't want to get it wrong. We have every 7 out of 10 Australians taking a vitamin or supplement of some kind. And that was published through the CMA website, which is the Complementary Medicine Healthcare Council. And with that large market space, we have an absolute advantage in that we 100% make our product in our Smithfield, Sydney site. It's 15,000 square meters, so we control everything from raw material to packaging material to the finished product to ensure only the absolute best products from a stringent quality control system are released to market.
Last question now. What should investors expect over the next 6 to 12 months and perhaps longer term?
I mean, firstly, as we mentioned, there is the potential for a small acquisition. Obviously, if we're successful in that negotiation, we'll announce that in due course. Clearly, 30th of June's rolling around pretty quick, and in August, probably around the middle of August, we'll be releasing our full year financial results, and they're currently tracking within expectations. And now that we're a listed public entity, of course, we have a continuous disclosure obligation, and you could rest assured that any event that happens within the company that goes to the core of value for shareholders, we'll be releasing that to the market. And longer term, our growth strategy is really to harness the opportunity that exists in Asia, particularly in China, where today one of our major cornerstone investors, Lepu Medical, are working with us to take several of our products to registration on the Chinese market. Now, I can't forecast what that means in terms of top-line revenue. It's well over 12 months away before we would see anything. But when you've got a market that's that big, even a small percentage share is significant.
Well, we're looking forward to your future success. Richard, Allely, Zhang, thank you so much for the update and congratulations on the listing.
Thanks,
Thank you, Jessica.